Are you looking for a simple upgrade to your XMacro that really makes a big difference? Then the XMacro Back Straps from F-Dez Werx is probably what you're looking for. These little additions really take it to the next level without really breaking the bank. Whether you decide on a specific one or if you pick up all three so you can try each and find what you like best, you're going to feel good about this one. Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you taking a look at my thoughts on the XMacro Back Straps from F-Dez Werx. Full disclosure, F-Dez Werx and I partnered up to bring you this review, and these were sent to me to test out, but I am going to give you my honest thoughts on them because that's what you deserve. These back straps really are one of the best XMacro upgrades in my opinion. If you were looking for one upgrade to your pistol, I'd tell you to get one of these. There's no frame modifications needed to add one of these to your XMacro. They quite literally slip right on. The grip texture on the back straps is aggressive, and personally, I really appreciate that. The texture is similar to the CZ P10 style with the deep little nubs. For some of you, this may take some getting used to. A couple of weeks of solid dry fire training and you'll get used to it though. I think the most unfortunate aspect of these back straps is that not everyone will be able to afford to purchase the 3-pack to try them all out. And they are available in black or FDE. The number 1 back strap, this is good if you like the profile of the factory grip module, but you want something either a little thicker or a little more aggressive or even both. This back strap maintains the factory grip angle and shape while adding some thickness to the overall size. I think this is about the same size, maybe slightly thicker than the largest OEM back strap that comes with the pistol. It does feel good in the hand, and the palm swell really sits nicely and contours with the shape of your hand. If you enjoy the overall feel of your pistol as it is from the factory, then this back strap is probably the one for you. Before we move on to the other back straps, I want to thank you for giving me your time. If you find the video helpful or even just entertaining, do me a solid and hit the subscribe button and help me continue growing this channel. The number 2 back strap is one that I use on my XMacro every day, and I like this one for a few reasons. The first I'd like to point out is the scallop in the back. This lines up perfectly with the beaver tail on the frame. This scallop pushes the webbing of your hand really high and deep into the beaver tail. As far as recoil management goes and reducing muzzle flip, the higher and tighter you can get your hand into this area, the easier it is to keep the pistol flat under recoil. And the flatter the pistol shoots, the faster your sights return to the target, which allow more accurate follow-up shots. The profile of this back strap is flipped from that as the first one. This one is the thickest at the top and thins out towards the bottom. This actually has a really nice effect in your hand. The top of the back strap where the scallop begins really gets deep into this little pocket in the meat of your palm, and it feels incredibly secure. Having the thickness at the top here also slightly pushes the muzzle down, giving you a bit of a different grip angle. So if you're going from something like maybe a Glock 43X, this could make it feel like a familiar sight presentation. And shooting this under live fire really feels good in the hand, and it gives you a very positive and sturdy grip. The number 3 back strap is rather similar to the number 2 as far as the nice scallop under the beaver tail is concerned, but that's about where the similarities end. This back strap has a much different feel in the hand. Unlike the number 2 back strap, however, the stippling on the number 3 stops short of the full length of the back strap. What this does is place the full pressure of your grip right into this little pocket in your palm. It does a great job of giving you a strong, confident grip. The grip angle on this is more of a slight muzzle up, kind of a more straight punch out that might feel more natural for those of you used to a shallower grip angle. If you have meatier hands, I think this back strap would help you feel like your hand is making more contact with the frame overall. The stippling on these are aggressive, but they're not gritty like some grip textures, and they don't grab your clothing while you're carrying. And I've never had these irritate my skin while carrying as well, and I've done yard work, hiked for miles, grocery shopped, anything you can think of in addition to training on the range. Now at first, your hands might feel a little sore or sensitive as you adjust to the grip texture, but you won't blister or rub your hands raw. I've got somewhere in the 1,000 round range with these grips, and that's not including all the many dry fire reps I've done. These are easy to install, and if you follow your owner's manual, you should be able to swap out for your new F-Dez Werx back straps in seconds. I've been using the Tyrant CNC magwell on my XMacro, and I've not had a problem. F-Dez really thought ahead when making these, so if you have one that you like using, or one you want to pick up, it may be compatible with these back straps. Honestly, these back straps are one of the simplest upgrades you can make to your XMacro that also offer the biggest impact to improving your experience with it. I don't have any complaints about these, and all it really comes down to is sorting out which one you think you'll like the most. They're not cheap, but I feel like they're reasonably priced as far as aftermarket editions go. But if this is going to be on your carry gun for the foreseeable future, then the overall investment is quite worth the cost. But I'm just some guy on the internet, so let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you have one of these yet? Do you think it's a solid upgrade, or do you think the OEM backstraps are just fine? Do you already carry an XMacro? I'll try my best to get back to everyone because I really enjoy the engagement. I'll catch you guys on the next one.